We're here with the lovely Maria today. Maria, for telling us your story, we're going to give you this Raw Deal t-shirt. There you are, dear.
Thank you.
We know you're feeling a little bit under the weather. We appreciate you coming out and telling us your story anyway.
Thank
Tell us about your story. What happened?
Okay. My car has been broken for the past few months, so I had to go to a rental company to just pretty much get transportation through a rental for the meantime.
Sure. So you trying to find the best deal
Yes.
on a rental car?
I went online just to search for the best deals possible. I came across this company, local, and the prices were unbeatable, definitely.
Right.
And I actually booked my reservation to a Toyota. In the picture, it looked about a year 2011 or so.
Relatively new.
Yes. So when I went to book the car, first of all, the people were very rude.
Right.
And they gave me the keys to the car, and it was nothing like the car in the picture.
So false advertising.
Yes, it was in really bad conditions, but
It's not even close to
definitely
Toyota
not.
Camry.
But I still took it just because of the price. So I left, and I ended up getting pulled over on my way to the hospital. And the first thing the cop says to me is, "Are you aware that your tag is expired?" And I said, "I have no clue."
Right, you're in a rental car.
It's
What do
a
you
rental.
know
I have
about
no
the
clue.
registration? That's
And
not
he
your
said,
business.
"Well, on your tag, it says that your expiration is expired in June of 2011. When I ran it on the computer, it said June of 2010.
So they gave you paperwork to prove that you had rented the car from them, right?
Yes.
And now, did you give that to the officer?
I gave that to the officer. He wasn't fully understanding about it.
Okay.
He didn't really understand how a company would rent me a car. He didn't. I don't think he really believed me.
Okay.
But I was showing him the paper and everything.
Did he give you the ticket?
He gave me a ticket, and he gave me a court date.
Really?
Yes.
So now, did you call the rental company after that? and
Yes.
Let them know?
As soon as I went to my house after that, I called the company and I told them I'm not driving this car anymore.
Right.
I'm not taking the chance.
You can get a ticket if you drive
Exactly.
it back to wherever the dealer is. or
So
wherever the
I
rental
told
place
them I need you to pick up the car or do something to it, but I cannot drive the car anymore. So they transferred me to the manager, and he was absolutely rude to me.
And you explained to him the
explained to
situation.
him.
How did he handle it?
Obviously he knew what was going on,
Right.
but it was kind of like he was defensive about it. Like he
So
knew.
he was trying to cover it
Yes.
up? Okay.
Yes. So one of the questions that he asked me is your tank full? Because when they rented to me, the tank was full.
Right.
So I told him, no, it's halfway right now. So he told me, okay, well, for all those gallons that you have empty, we're gonna charge you like almost the triple. So that's when I got a little bit more upset, and I told him, listen, I will not pay you extra.
Right.
You already, it's already been this bad deal that you gave me a car and it's expired tag. I will not pay you any extra.
So he actually didn't do anything to try and help you out. He didn't send someone out right away. He argued with you.
Argued
How
with
long were
me
you on the phone with him?
for about 35 minutes, and about 30 minutes later, somebody showed up in my house.
Okay.
Going
So
to
they
pick up
did
the
take
car.
the car back.
They did. So when the guy got to my house, I followed with my mother's car.
Right.
I followed him to the company. Hopefully trying to talk to the manager.
Sure.
So we got there, and the manager had left already.
Really?
So
That's convenient.
yes, for him.
Right.
So I pretty much spoke to another attendant, and I guess she knew. So she tried to tell me, well, you know what? Sometimes they steal the stickers.
Right.
And I'm like, it's trust me, it's not that. I see it. The cop told me, here's the ticket. And she said, I'm sorry, there's nothing I can do. So I had about 3 weeks left on the reservation.
Sure.
So they charged me the whole 3 weeks.
They charged you the whole 3 weeks?
Actually, the whole month. that I rented out, and I had to pay the gas, but the attendant, not the manager, the attendant actually lowered for the gas.
Okay. Now, did you notice that any other vehicles might have had expired tags on them as well?
Yes. When I was leaving the place, I noticed that absolutely 9 out of 10 cars had expired tags.
Really? So this was part of their practice.
Exactly,
They
yes.
knew that they were doing this. That was just part of business.
They knew what they were doing. So what I did is I pulled out my phone and I started taking pictures of every tag in there, and I make sure to get the model of the car and the color, obviously. So I took pictures. I took about 10 to 12 pictures, and the route attendant inside came out and told me, if you don't leave right now, we're gonna call the cops. And I said, please call the cops, because you will be doing me a favor.
Yeah, definitely.
So, I mean, it's just something they do, and they fool so many other people.
Right.
And
And they just get away with it.
they just get away with it.
So you ended up having to pay for the
whole
full month of a car that you only used for a week.
Because when I went to rent it, I had signed the contract
Sure.
saying that this was the amount I was going to pay regardless.
Now, did you
So-
also get stuck with the ticket after that too?
Yes. I ended up going to court, and I ended up paying about over $300 in court fees.
Oh my gosh. Well, Maria, thank you for telling us your story. Hopefully you feel better.
Thanks.
And now it's up to you. Go to myrawdeal.com now and vote for which story you think got the rawest deal. Will it be story number 1? Maybe it'll be story number 2. It could even be story number 3. The choice is yours. Go to the computer now and type in myrawdeal.com. I'm your host, Anthony Castaneda. Thanks for watching.